That'll do, pig. That'll do.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to a surprise Nintendo Direct. So the Switch 2 presentation is next week. A lot of us were kind of just expecting that and assuming that was going to be the big news for this month and then I guess March. And Nintendo surprised all of us at the last minute at the last Nintendo Direct. And they didn't say much besides just it is 30 minutes. It is not going to deal with Switch 2. And that's about it. So going into this one, my famous line, of course, temper your expectations. And going into this one, I generally don't know what is even like, because Switch is so imminent. You know, we're not getting a Mario, we're not getting a Zelda. We've already had a Mario Party. Like, we have Mario Kart DLC. Like, so I generally don't know what this really could be. And I do think that is somewhat exciting that, this generally could be anything. Like, the easy bet is, like, Metroid Prime. Because that, even if it's not cross-gen or whatever, that's still this year. It's still coming to Switch 1. So it's really all those little other stuff that we don't know, like, so many unknowns. The big one I think a lot of people have been wondering and asking about is Twilight Princess and Wind Waker bundle. This is literally like the final minute. That's not to say we probably won't get directs in the future about Switch 1. Like, like Nintendo has had three pillars before and multiple consoles and different stuff. So this by no means is like the end of the Switch's games output. But if it's not now, I really don't think it's ever. As I professionally fiddle with... there we go. Slightly better. As they fiddle with... excuse me. But point is, like, if it's not in here, those ports don't exist. I generally don't believe they exist. I think people just want it. Because I think the main thing is, for me, is there's no way they bundle it. But at that point, like, Nintendo doesn't just do straight ports. Like, even as much of a joke as it is, like, I think Funky Kong is a very good example that in Nintendo's minds, they need to have some hook or gimmick or something. Like, they don't just do straight ports. They need to add something to go like, oh, no, it's like, it's a new game, like, it's a new release, like, hey, there's this new mode, there's this new character, like, something to say that it's a different version than the other one. But Wind Waker and Twilight Princess already got, like, extra dungeons and extra updates and, like, quality of life stuff. So it's like, how do you update an update? Like, at this point, it would be very minor stuff. So that's why I don't think they would do just straight, like, remasters, like, individuals. And they're too big to do bundles. Like, arguably the closest, like, at least in recent memory, is, like, Pikmin. And even then, you're talking about 20-year-old games. So I personally do not believe they're going to be here. But if this is the time to do or die. And then you have random stuff like the N64 Online. Not only are we getting updates with that, like, that's an easy slam dunk, but you launched the M64 section. You did just like 2 drops, and then that's it. So, like, you'd assume this has to be where, like, Conquer is or something. Like, that's literally the definitive M-rated N64 game. But aside from that, it's just a bunch of who knows. Again, I always view these things not as, like, these hype machines. Like, just give me a rough outline of the next few months. And, with the Switch 2 imminent this year, I feel like this is kind of the Switch's last year where, like, we'll probably get a few 2026 games. Some outlier cross-gen stuff. But this really is the last one, so I'm not expecting the world. I'm not expecting like Tears of the Kingdom 3. Like, um, I think there's just gonna be a lot of a lot of ports, Wii U ports, 360 ports, um, a lot of indie games, stuff like that. I'm not expecting a world of this, especially with the Switch 2 coming out. Um, but yeah, so all that out of the way. The only one thing I will say, and I will shout her out a little bit, is I was briefly texting my girlfriend before I started recording this, and she's already seen it, and she said it was it was an A, it was really good. So I am going in there with that expectation of like, okay, if she says it's really good, then something must have happened. But aside from that, I'm just kind of, for me it's just like, hey, what are we playing this fall? That's all I'm really asking. So I did have this leaked for me because I checked my emails at work. But we already knew about this, so. I really feel like I would like these games if I actually sat down and like played them. Oh well, what can you do? Live in a shoe. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with them. Um, the biggest like it's takeaway for me is just I'm not a turn-based RPG guy. Like I will put up with it. Is it one game or are they still? Because 3 was separate, right? It's so weird.
For today's Nintendo Direct. Today, we'll be providing information on upcoming Nintendo Switch games. We'll also have a Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd. So please tune in for that as well. What you just saw was Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake from Square Enix. Another character appeared at the end. What kind of adventure awaits? We hope you're excited for more information in the future. Okay, let's see the first batch of headlines.
Escape from dire straits.
No hope.
2 minutes until oxygen 0.
That's some anime voice acting.
The latest entry in the The Somnium Files series is stirring.
Nope, never heard of it.
Date, a special agent with a
Ooh, with 2 eye
sophisticated
colors.
called Iba embedded in his left eye. Your
Ah,
mission
okay.
is to track
Alright,
down
that makes sense.
An internet idol who has been trapped in a mysterious escape game. Conduct interviews to investigate Iris's whereabouts. Dive into a subject's dreams to reveal clues hidden deep within their psyche. And solve mind-bending puzzles in an explorable environment.
Key go and lock.
One step closer to the truth.
Takes you 4 hours to figure out that one.
Uncover what's hidden in reality and dreams to rescue Iris. No sleep for Kaname Date from The Somnium Files. launches on the Nintendo Switch system July.
So I'm using my phone for lighting,
Unleash the supernatural.
and I can't pull up the calendar. But I do believe like we're good up until June, like in terms of like release dates and stuff.
A classic Atlas action RPG returns with remastered HD graphics and enhanced gameplay.
Woo! That's a deep cut.
Set in the capital city in the year Taisho 20, Raido Kuzunoha makes his living as an apprentice detective. But unbeknownst to others, he also fights alongside demons as a devil summoner. To protect the capital, Raido must investigate a series of supernatural cases.
Like it's so like I kind of remember this. I feel like I seen this guy in my childhood.
Work with your demons to strike an enemy's weak point, then follow up with a powerful attack. Cooperation is the key to victory. You can even turn opposing demons into allies. Demons can also be useful outside of battle.
It's that dude,
Powers are helpful in finding solutions during investigation.
Atlas Man.
Guide Raido through a series of strange incidents
I assume you're the bird who gave us a call?
as he uncovers a conspiracy that will shake the capital to its core. Raido Remastered: The Mystery of the Soulless Army launches on Nintendo Switch.
There you go. June,
19th.
July.
Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Consume darkness.
Is it the Pac-Man game? Yeah, it is.
With your memories gone, you have been summoned to a strange, unfamiliar world, where you're greeted by a yellow orb known as Puck.
Was it 2D? I swear it was 3D.
Miracle stranger, moored in a mysterious, maze-like world, your battle for survival begins. As Puck guides you on your journey, you'll
I swear this was 3D when it got revealed.
By examining your surroundings, you can phase shift and combine with Puck to explore areas you couldn't reach before. But tread lightly. The creatures inhabiting this world will prove hostile. When facing imposing enemies, you and Puck can temporarily fuse
Oh!
to unleash powerful attacks. By consuming your prey, you'll collect resources that can then be used to enhance your abilities. Work to uncover Puck's true goal and devour enemies to survive this cruel world. Experience a dark twist.
I generally don't know if this is like the dumbest form of marketing or if that like secret level episode was genius. Whoa! Oh wait, it's just the remake. Oh no, it's the original.
Masters of Patapon and Patapon 2 are drumming onto Nintendo Switch.
Well, shoot.
Play your drum to the beat and give different
I know the creator guy is like remaking it or like doing a different style, but wow.
Patapon advances them forward. While Pon Patapon has them attack.
Bomb.
And if you
I remember trying this as a kid and
Patapon's enter feature
just not getting it.
boost in power.
But I do think I would be willing to try it again now that like I think for me it was just like I just didn't like it was a rhythm game and I kept trying to like button mash.
Battalion to take on hordes of fierce
So I'm curious to try it again now that I'm a little more open to different genres and stuff like that.
features have been added, so you can
But this is wild.
beat of your own drum. Lead the Patapons and march forth when Patapon 1+2 Replay launches on Nintendo Switch July 11th.
Wow.
Welcome to Zephyr-Town, a cozy place nestled in a windswept valley. This is where your new life begins.
Oh shit! My girlfriend's gonna freak the fuck out.
This immersive farming and life sim has no shortage of activities to get up to.
You must be the new farmer.
10 Come to your farm while growing crops and caring for animals. Then sell your produce and other wares.
It's funny because I've been Rune Factory's about to come out, and I wanted to play it together and like do co-op or whatever, and then I just found out that apparently it's always like been a single player game and whatnot. So, boom. We can't do it with Rune Factory, but we'll do it with Story of Seasons.
Plus, taking advantage of Zapper Town's
And of course, it's
wind
got to
conditions
leave.
can make
Or a
travel
paraglider.
and other tasks a breeze. The winds of change are coming, and your new life on the farm begins when Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar launches on the Nintendo Switch system August 27th.
That's awesome.
Please look forward to the latest entry in the Story of Seasons series. Next, please take a look at this.
It will never not make me laugh. They're just like, hey, look, check this shit out. Metroid. Alright. So the rumors are that Switch 2 is June. Which I think is ridiculous, because that only gives them like 2 months, 2 months of, you know, like, pre-orders and whatnot. So the big thing is going to be if this is actually in June.
Is the unknown planet Vuros. Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center. In order to survive.
Oh, so this is not the prison planet, so there's multiple planets.
Transported to. Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to carve a path forward.
Scanning. Everybody loves the scanning.
She's not alone, though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike. As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities.
When is it never ancient and mysterious? Why can't it be like ancient and it just comes with instructions? Here you go. Here's how you use it. Here's a tutorial course.
To allow her to control the trajectory of her beams with the power of her mind. But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
Oh, do you want better? How did these powers? Who? Damn.
And what will be her fate after being summoned to Vuros? The threads intertwining beyond space and time are beginning to weave a new tale.
What? No. How fuck? No. All right. I got. It's cross-gen then. It's cross-gen. That's the only reason they're doing that.
It looks like even more challenges await Samus. We hope you're looking forward to exploring with Samus's new psychic abilities.
But like that's like one of the most beautiful Switch games. That thing's like that looks like almost like a PS5 next gen game.
Mischief?
Smurfs.
Once upon a time, there was a drab coffee shop that transformed into a magical potion cafe.
What?
Potionista of the Cursed Cafe.
I also got spoiled for this, but like I was like, what? I thought it was some mobile game.
Get to know them in a new light.
Oh, I mean, it probably
Mix
is.
ingredients to brew all sorts of strange elixirs. Then serve them to your villainous visitors, including Ursula and Gaston. With help from Yzma, you can upgrade your ingredients to produce some wildly wicked creations.
Cool guy chai.
The potions you make can influence each customer's storylines, leading to different outcomes every time you play. Who knows what mischief might happen? Disney Villains Cursed Cafe
Nice.
launches on Nintendo Switch later today. Summon a spellbinding adventure.
Is this the Toby or?
Welcome to Witchbrook College, where students strive to master the magical arts. During class, use magic circles to perform rituals, fly on brooms, and learn advanced techniques to go from witch in training to skilled spellcasting.
This is not the
There's also plenty to do outside of class.
the witch one by the Stardew Valley guy, but it still looks really dope.
Take on various jobs to help pay for tuition. Or use the spells you've learned to craft and sell original items. Plus, up to 4 players can make magic together in online co-op.
That's awesome.
Explore this whimsical world on the road to graduation and beyond. Are you ready for a spellbinding journey? Enrollment begins when Witchbrook flies onto Nintendo Switch this holiday.
That's probably also cross-gen.
Action, adventure, and arcade games await.
Alliteration, hell yeah.
Fantastical mission to eliminate a mysterious deity. In this hand-drawn platforming adventure,
Ooh.
you'll explore an expansive archipelago where nightmares and wonder collide. Upgrade your trusty cane with magical parts, then use its abilities to find your own path.
All right, I see your influence game.
Can you uncover
I
the
see what you're
secrets
doing.
The archipelago holds? Find out when The Eternal Life of Goldman launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
The follow-up to Sack's Adventures.
Celebrate the 40th anniversary of Gradius with a collection of arcade shoot-'em-up games from across the series. Titles include Gradius,
Super Gradius.
Light Force, Gradius 2, Gradius 3, and Salamander 2. Some titles come with multiple versions, including ones from different regions and launch years.
Cool, 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 cool.
Plus, take the helm in a brand new entry, Salamander 3. Gradius Origins launches on the Nintendo Switch system August 7th.
Gradius
Pre-order
Beginnings.
starting later today on Nintendo eShop. Battle to the beat in Rift of the Necrodancer. Press the corresponding buttons in each lane to fight monsters in rhythm-based combat. Keep the cadence going with epic boss battles.
Is this not-
quirky minigames, remix stages, and global.
Is this not out already, or is this?
Plus, more musical mayhem awaits in the Celeste Music Pack paid DLC. And be on the lookout for more DLC.
Oh, pizza
in the
time.
future. Rift of the Necrodancer launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
Oh, I think it's just like the Rift. All right.
Let's see what's in store. Welcome to Tamagotchi Plaza, a brand new
What the
Tamagotchi
fuck was that?
series.
Who calls it Tamagotchi?
Stores galore. Design glasses at the eyewear shop. Polish pearly whites solo or with a friend at the dentist. And arrange plates at the afternoon tea shop. 12 wonderful stores need your help. Provide good customer service to get high ratings and upgrade each shop.
See, I'm not like a grumpy old man. Like,
You'll get to meet more
this is
customers,
clearly meant
making
for
each
young
shop
children.
fun and
But like, young children are fucking spoiled. They're growing up with this shit.
classic Tamagotchi.
Like, this is a good quality. Like, if this was someone's first game, I'd be like, that's awesome.
When Tamagotchi Plaza launches
Stop calling it that. You're fucking driving me bonkers. The Zabra.
Pokemon Legends ZA, a new title in the Pokemon series. You'll begin your adventure by choosing one of 3 partner Pokemon. The setting is this metropolis that also appeared in the Pokemon X and Pokemon Y games, Lumio City. To make it easier for people and Pokemon to coexist.
I was talking to my my girlfriend about this, like, because she's big into Pokemon and whatnot, and I still just think it's so interesting that it's one city, and what we were talking about is like the only way you could do it is like maybe they do the catacombs and do the sewers, and there's like a hidden underground world that expand, but like.
Special environments where wild Pokemon can live comfortably.
Like, I don't think they ever directly said it, but like,
You can catch Pokemon
if the city is so small, you need to be going in like every building or like having like different houses or stuff like that.
There are Pokemon that live outside wild zones too. Some of them can even be found on rooftops. People and Pokemon live easygoing lives in Lumio City.
Like I've said this for the last.
When night falls, the city's aura transforms. Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament, the ZA Royale. Trainers await in battle zones. If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to battle.
Okay, I don't. You see, like I've said this for the last like 3 Pokemon games, or at least that I've played. Like I've said this for Scarlet. I've said this for
Using a super effective move at the right moment is key.
Sword and Shield. I've said this for X and Y, where I'm like, oh, this is gonna be the one. This is the one that gets me back in. That's gonna like,
Some Pokemon can power up even more.
because I do like Pokemon as a franchise, and I do like collecting Pokemon in the world and whatnot. But like the main thing for me is just like, I don't really care about going competitive or ranked. So like once you collect the Pokemon, it's like, all right, well, you're done. Like, so I just like I want there to be this hook to kind of gives you things to do besides just battling.
To Lumio City. It seems there are even more secrets waiting to be uncovered. What will you find on your adventure? Pokemon Legends
Boo.
launches on Nintendo Switch later this year.
I'm giving them a pass that like maybe these are cross-gen times, but still, no, boo.
Day and night. It seems there are even more secrets to uncover. Please be on the lookout for more information in the future. Next, please take a look at this.
What?
Hello there.
What the?
The game you're about to see doesn't have a big, epic story. But what it does have is lots of funny little rhythm games.
What? No.
You wanna see? Just press the button to jump through the ring. It sounds easy. But the timing is super tricky.
Is this motherfucking Rhythm Heaven? Yep. I can see exactly why my girlfriend said this was like an A+ direct, because her 2 favorite games are Story of Seasons and Rhythm Heaven. So she's just living her best life right now. I'm so happy for her.
With practice, you might even be able to play it with your eyes closed.
I am shocked because She keeps asking me like, when's Rhythm have, when they're doing another Rhythm Heaven, when they're doing another Rhythm Heaven. I'm like, it's a niche IP. I don't really think they're gonna do it. Nintendo has other stuff to worry about. But wow, here we are. Also, the Switch. Wow.
That was Rhythm Heaven Groove.
Okay, so Nintendo is not cutting off Switch 1.
It includes lots of music produced
But,
by Japanese musicians.
Yeah, the Switch is literally the perfect Nintendo console. It has every goddamn... You have
We hope you're looking forward.
Mario games, Zelda games, Rhythm Heavens,
Next, we have news
I can't... Yoshi, Kirby, like, I'm pretty sure every single one of their franchise has been on the console in some way. Which is wild.
With game cards, you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system and a Legend of Zelda game in this one, freely inserting the games you have on hand into any system you want. But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as game cards? Well, here's what we came up with. Introducing the Virtual Game Card. In the future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games. When purchasing the digital version of the game, it will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title. Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system.
But why? Oh, okay.
If you have two Nintendo Switch systems,
Yeah, it's funny because I was talking to, sorry.
and load onto the second.
An ex I dated in the past,
This game on the second system,
she also had a Switch,
whenever you want.
and we kind of did game like sharing, but the way we had to do it is like I had to sign on to her Switch, and then she had to sign on to my Switch, and we had to like kind of
Local communication
transfer and like
system
it,
is
it,
required.
it was
Only the
doable,
first time.
but it was a whole hassle like to set it up. So I'm glad that they're finally doing game sharing.
You can also lend out virtual game cards to your Nintendo account family group members.
Yeah, see, the family like
Connect to your family group member system via local wireless when you want to lend a game. Choose the title you're lending and who you're lending it to. And you're done. They can now play on their own system.
yeah. I also
You can
think
lend one game at a time to a particular person.
I also believe
Lend it out for 2 weeks, after which they will
you needed an online check-in every single time you wanted to play this
making
game.
digital games even easier
So this
to
is
use.
this is nice.
Virtual game card.
The virtual game card feature lets you swap games between Nintendo Switch systems as well as to Nintendo Switch 2 systems.
Okay.
This feature is planned to be added via a system update in late April. Let's take a look
It's
at more Nintendo
see, this is where I get confused because I assume like when you're transferring your library, I do want this game. It looks good. When you're transferring your library, like, does that make like? Do you have to do that 2-week like limit thing? Like, I just assume like I have Jump Force on Switch 1. I assume I could just port that to Switch 2. Like, am I gonna have to constantly keep transferring it and like updating the license, or like can I just like install it once and we're done? Ooh. Alright, that's cool. But yeah, of course Nintendo, they can't make, they gotta do it their own cute, unique way. I just assumed like a PS4 or like any modern console, you can just go onto the store, download your old games, and you're fine.
Uncover history once more. HD remaster of Saga Frontier 2 is venturing on to Nintendo Switch. Meet Gustav, the royal heir.
Gustav.
Will, the explorer.
With one L.
Two heroes whose fates and legacies will intertwine across generations in this epic RPG. Experience the original story, along with brand new events that expand the vibrant world of Sondale. Plus, team up with more characters in battle. And transfer stats to allies through the parameter inheritance system. After finishing the main story, you can test your mettle and might against even more powerful bosses. What histories will you uncover through the ages?
Ah, it's all goopy.
Frontier 2 Remastered launches on Nintendo Switch later today. Monumental adventures await.
Neat. I'm pretty sure this was stuck on Netflix.
Peaceful
Nope,
journey
just 1 and 2.
across this series of beautiful puzzle games.
See, this is what I was expecting, where it's like, alright, we're just getting ports.
Stunning landscapes to manipulate, optical illusions to discover, and mystifying secrets to unfold. In Monument Valley, lead the silent Princess Ida in her quest for forgiveness while outsmarting the enigmatic Crow people. A different journey awaits in Monument Valley 2. Guide Ro in her adventure through motherhood as she and her child unlock the secrets of the sacred geometry.
Neat.
Both games contain all their additional chapters, add-ons, and DLC. The first 2 Monument Valley games launch on Nintendo Switch April 15th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. And help Noor on her journey to restore the world's light in Monument Valley 3, setting sail on Nintendo Switch this summer.
Okay, I see. Alright. Well, neat. So it's off Netflix. Oh shit, is this Clap Hands? Yeah!
A brand new entry in the Everybody's Golf series is driving onto Nintendo
Whoa,
Switch.
whoa, what? They got the IP?
Time your button press just right and take your shot.
Because I know they have another one,
Side spins. And up
like Good Golf, Great Game or something. It's got a weird title.
in the
But it's basically Everybody's Golf. So I'm shocked they actually got the IP back.
against a range of rivals
I thought Sony owned it.
Ultimate golfer. In Wacky Golf, your shots could get pulled into holes or obstacles might fall. It's golf that's not quite par for the course. Up to 4 golfers can hit the fairway together locally or in online play. So just relax and get ready to tee off. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots lands on Nintendo Switch this year.
Boo. You imagine it's a summer game. They're not doing that in the fall. Oh.
Unite some of Marvel's greatest superheroes in the fight against evil. Pair up 2 heroes from the
Oh, yes, Daddy.
the likes of the spectacular Spider-Man and the ferocious Wolverine.
Alright, it is an A. Alright, we're good.
Close quarters combatants to aerial aces. You can mix and match a variety of heroes for an amazing array of possibilities. And swap between your team of 2 at any time. Take advantage of your team's strengths. to
Aw, fuck
overwhelm
yeah.
your foes. Plus, up to 4 players can assemble for local or online co-op play. The battle for the fate of the Marvel Universe begins when Marvel Cosmic Invasion launches on the Nintendo Switch system this
Okay, alright.
That was Marvel Cosmic Invasion,
Shit.
where you'll battle as a tag
So
team
if we've already got Metroid and Rhythm Heaven and the game cart,
last game announcement.
I don't know what they got
Please
left.
take a look.
I really don't. Kirby 3. No fucking way! I thought it was Animal Crossing, still pretty cool.
refreshing.
This is how you know it's like the last year. They're like, fuck it, like Tomodachi Life. We ain't got anything else.
Tomodachi life, living the dream.
Wow. Okay, so that and Rhythm Heaven.
Did you want to talk?
Glad that was only a dream.
That was Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. The first new entry in the series in over 10 years. In the trailer, we saw
Again, the Switch is literally the most like I don't think like even the Switch 2
what kinds of interactions
with the hype and the momentum going into it, I don't think anything's ever gonna top Switch 1. Switch 1 is just perfect. It's literally the best Nintendo console.
Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct so far. Our final announcement is something a little different that's not a game. Here's Mr. Miyamoto to introduce it.
No, you said there was one more.
I'm Shivan Yu,
That's it. No, we're done with the surprises.
watching today's Nintendo Direct. Since 2011, Nintendo Direct has delivered Nintendo news directly to you. And now
We're killing it.
these
It's done.
presentations have grown into an event that many people watch.
I'm people.
Thank you all very much.
We're done. This shit's over.
To broadcast Nintendo Direct presentations, but we're also launching a new channel based on the concept of delivering information to you directly. This is a smart device app called Nintendo Today, which functions like a daily calendar. In the app, you can view different Nintendo events. We will also be delivering all sorts of content about Nintendo games and characters every day. After the Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd, news about Nintendo Switch 2 will be delivered to you daily and directly through the Nintendo Today app as well.
I gotta download a fucking app.
Today will be available to download on smart devices later today.
Really? Wow. Jeez.
Anyone with a Nintendo account can use the app, so please try it out.
They had the Alarmo team, and they're like, "Fuck, we need these people something to do."
I hope you enjoy using Nintendo
We-
Today.
We put money into Alarmo. We're getting our money's worth.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Well, fuck. Yeah, so I think context and perspective is everything. I might have made it too quiet. Yeah, so I think context and perspective and everything is like, if we're viewing this in a bubble, it was an okay direct. It's fine. But like this is literally the last year of the Switch. The Switch 2 is next week. So it's easy to say like, it was okay. There wasn't any like Tomodachi Life, like Rhythm Heaven, like. But again, in the context, this is the last year. There was a pretty good direct. Like I said, the thing for me that I always view this as is, I want this to be a kind of roadmap for the next few months, where it's like, all right, hey, this game's in July, this game's in August, this game's in September. And even if all the specific dates weren't there, I think the big takeaway with this one is like, hey, you are getting Rhythm Heaven next year. You are getting Tomodachi Life next year. So it's like, hey, we're still supporting Switch 1 for a little bit. It might only be for like 6 months or a year or whatever, but for those people who can't upgrade at launch, it is a nice kind of reassurance thing to say like, hey, we're still gonna have stuff for you. We're not gonna immediately abandon Switch 1. there will be stuff for you to play, and if you have a Switch 2, because it's backwards compatible and all that other stuff, your stuff carries over, so it's easy peasy.
Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd.
As I professionally,
What you just saw was Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake.
let me see if I can pull up.
Another character appeared at the end. What kind of adventure awaits? We hope you're excited for more information in the future.
There you go. Everything announced. I just want to go over in case I'm missing stuff, but like, yeah, like Metroid, Tamagotchi Life, the Marvel game, like
Escape from dire straits.
I don't think it was perfect, but it was pretty damn good. Because I'm just Prime Pokemon. Hey, okay, so virtual card. That first off, it's weird that they're doing that at this point in the Switch's life. That should have been like year 3 or 4. But that also means there's no. They did not do any NSO updates, and like I don't even mean in terms of.
Embedded in his left eye.
Hold up.
Your mission is to track down Iris, an internet idol who has been trapped in a mysterious escape game. Conduct interviews to investigate Iris's whereabouts.
I'm 90% sure Chrome is. There we go.
Into a subject's dreams to
Yeah,
reveal
Chrome was crashing it.
within their
But
mind-bending puzzle.
yeah, so not only like because I know some people were saying like, oh, maybe GameCube. That wasn't happening. But like, it is weird that we didn't get any N64, any N64M. Like, it's just still befuddles me that like they launched the M version of N64 online, and just really like, yeah, I think there's 5 or 6 games on it now, but it's just so weird. Like, it is one of those weird Nintendo decisions of like, why can't these just be part of the normal NSO? Like, why can't you have a filter, an adult setting, or something? Like, I don't know, but overall, in a vacuum, this was good. It's not mind-blowing. It's not amazing. Like, you know, Metroid looks very, very good. Like, it almost looks like it's on a proper, like, on like an actual console. But yeah, I really had no. See, I'm hemming and hawing, and it's like, this did everything it kind of I wanted a direct. Like, it gave me a rough enough roadmap. It lets us know about next year. I popped for the Marvel game and all this other stuff. Not every game was for me, and like, there's some stuff like Pokemon and other stuff that I would have liked more in-depth breakdowns for, but overall, I think it was a blast. It was a very, very good good one, especially for my girlfriend. For me personally, I know my one friend who also loves Rhythm Heaven and Patapon, so they're probably freaking the fuck out. Like, this was a very niche one, but I think for the people, like, even for this, for Atlas and whatnot, this spoke to a very specific audience, but the people who these games mean to, they mean a lot. But yeah, so we will have to see how this. I still feel that like a lot of those like late or you know, the stuff that didn't get firm dates, they're just saving it for the Switch 2 presentation. But overall, I think it's good to see that they're not just like cutting off Switch, like they're not dropping it cold turkey, and they are gonna slowly keep supporting it, even as Switch 2 comes out. But that's gonna do it for now. So if you've enjoyed my rambling and you want to hear more about the sporadic, over-the-place thoughts that pop into my head, you can follow me at Viral Vinnie. I gotta update that because I haven't used Twitter in months at this point. I'm on Blue Sky. But yeah, so at Viral Vinnie if you want to follow me for more random thoughts. But this has been the surprise Nintendo Direct for March 27th, 2025. I've been Vinnie, and you guys, I don't know where I'm going with this. Have a great night. I gotta pee real bad.
Yeah, who's your daddy?